play of the game from way down.
True, silence. Rainer getting absolutely
A team wipe.
The living bomb's going.
Oh my goodness, the ring. Bob says Nico gonna find Rainer.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Nexus Gaming Series. Today we're doing some replay casts, and we're going to bring to you next a Division C East game between Lubu and CT Hanamura Drift. Now, technically, it should be the other way around. That's why the thumbnail showed Hanamura Drift on the left, Lubu on the right. But, you know what? These teams live in the Wild West. They pick their own sides. They do what they want. So, you know, that's fine. That's fine. We'll work with that. But let's take a quick look at where we started with map bans here. So Lubu banned out the... No, I'm sorry, not Cursed Hollow. That's our first pick. Towers of Doom and Tomb of the Spider Queen. And we've got CT Hanamura Drift banning out the Infernal Shrines and Battlefield of Eternity. They don't want to see any Diablo maps. And as mentioned, our first game is going to be on Cursed Hollow. So we're going to see what these heroes do with the favor of the Raven Lord. Now let's see, what bans do we have? So first pick was CT. So they banned out the Dahaka, the Oriole, and the Kael'thas. Lubu banned out the Tyrande, the Deathwing, and Chen. So no Chen, no Deathwing, no Oriole. So some of the, you know, two of the more popular bans at this point. I look forward to seeing how those stats look when we get our updated stats after this week. How are Deathwing and Oriole climbing in the ban meta? Hey, Night, good to see ya. Now, as this is a replay cast, we don't have any specific draft, so we're just going to go right into the game. All right, on the left. Do I have it right? Yes, we do. Okay, cool. On the left, it's going to be Lubu. It's going to be Suikoden on the Anduin, Alan Hicks on the Thrall, VDZ playing the Li Ming, Duck Rogers on the Falstad, and Makrota playing Johanna. And on the right, CT Hanamura Drift, we've got CM Shives playing the Zeratul, Genzors on the ETC, Danalor on the Rexar, Night playing Ana, and Brickhouse on the Jaina. Will we see Night carrying with Ana once more? You know what? I don't have a Magic 8 Ball, but my bet is yes. All right, so we got the Sleep Dart build here for Ana. We got Frostbolt range for Jaina. Gonna be able to poke out the tributes from a little bit of extra distance. There's the, oh my goodness, Alan Hicks getting that grenade, so Thrall's gonna have to back out. Not a whole lot for Thrall to do when he's out of health and has a healing grenade, preventing him from getting any of that healing. Cleave gonna be the choice here for Zeratul. We also have the Power Hungry for Li Ming. We got the Wingman for Falstad. Speaking of Falstad, he's gonna get caught by Misha. Just a brief moment of pause there, as looks like with the rotation up, we're gonna get the full amount of XP from that top lane. Maybe I think they missed one. Zeratul missing that Singularity Spike onto Alan Hicks here. Thrall sitting rather healthy after the earlier, but there's the power slide. The root coming in from Thrall is going to just barely catch it, so he still gets stunned, but he's not going to find himself a dead former war chief of the Horde anyways. A moment of pause. Indeed, Ektar, indeed. Just sit and watch Ana? Well, we might see Duck Rogers. Yeah, okay. We're not going to see Duck Rogers fall. It was very close. Ana, Jaina going to get onto the siege camp. We've got Li Ming and Anduin doing the same up in the top. Ektar failed. He gave up. Ektar's in chat, and he didn't point out that Anduin was not running with scissors. Or did they fix it? They didn't fix it, did they? I haven't seen that happen in a while. Zeratul, you know, not necessarily able to go straight into the Thrall. So, you know, he's taking some damage. Has to use that tap. Both of the siege camps going out here a little bit early. With a little bit better timing there from Lubu, I think they could have had this up in the top lane with Falstad and gotten a lot of push. But we'll see if... Yeah, we've got the Jaina coming in to try to help clean this up before the tributes coming out. Siege in the bot there. Very similar circumstance here. It's, you know, Thrall versus the Zeratul, so not going to be a lot of pushes. ETC coming down as well to help. And now the siege camp is going to be cleared up here in the top lane. Oh. Alright, well, they were able to get the Thrall. My guess is that they were extra patient. Waited until Thrall got a little bit aggressive in his positioning, trying to kill the siege giants, and ultimately said, hey, look, we got a power slide for you. I mean, you know, it's like, it's afternoon, Ektar. What's going on, buddy? Oh, wait, we got ETC power sliding, looking for the Li Ming. And we're going to get the stall out from Johanna. She gets that punish onto Night Knight to stop the channel onto the tribute here. Li Ming having to teleport away from the Rexar. Still trying to get away as ETC chasing down as well. No pressure up in the top lane, really, or mid lane, but still that siege camp going in the bot lane. Did get that full tower here. Genzor's getting the chain lightning passed around here. Thrall's going to get stunned. Zeratul coming in with the cleave, and Falstad having to back out is going to fall to the Zeratul, though. So another kill here. In this one we actually caught on screen as Zeratul getting that secured. But still a lot of potential poke here, right? Like, Li Ming can do this pretty far away, but not that safely. Not when you've got two heroes with big stuns that come in and then Zeratul to finish it off. Leap of Faith going to go out onto the Thrall. Johanna has her own Iron Skin, so she can get out. And this is going to be the first tribute of the game going over to Hanamura Drift. Let's check out these level 7 talents coming up. Oh, look at that. My favorites. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. There we go. So full Frostbolt build here for the Jaina. Nobody else on Hanamura Drift actually cares about their talents. Level 7's now available here for Lubu. Rexar is going to head back up into the top. All right, I'm going to mute for a moment. You're just going to get to listen to the game sounds as I got a sneeze coming on, so pardon me. Right, and we're back with the second tribute coming up here. Might need another pause. Yep, gonna have to. All right, Johanna's gonna check the bush. Got a little closer than I think I would have liked personally, but was able to still dismount the two heroes here. The power slide coming in onto the Li Ming. The Leap of Faith is going to pull her away, but Zeratul has that. I don't remember the name of it. Vorpal Blade, I think, is the thing that teleports him over, so he was able to stick with it. Falstad in a little bit of a dangerous place, but it's actually Li Ming who's going to fall. Zeratul here sitting at about 20%, still has to back out. Doesn't have a lot of mana either, so just enough to be able to get out of that engage. But now Jaina going to head over and start channeling the tribute. So there's going to be second tribute going over to Hanamura Drift. But a 3v2 here, but Falstad's still very low. Zeratul is going to be the kill here. We got 4 members of Lubu rotating in. And with that kill, I was going to say, I think I'd like to see them on this boss. I mean, this is the time for them to do it. Get the boss so that they have the pressure out while the tribute's going. I think they could have done that.
The choice is simple.
But they're going to get the Bruiser Camp. Bruiser Camp will pressure. I mean, so they'll get pressure either way. But this has to be addressed. Both teams sitting at about half a level away from level 10s. They're getting those siege camps here. The ping's calling for in the middle here. saying, hey, Anduin's all by himself. Let's get this Anduin here. But ETC can't quite lock him down for long enough. Level 10's up first for Lubu. But they'll have both now. So we got the Mighty Gust, the Sundering, the Wave of Force, the Light Bomb, and the Blessed Shield. So every single possible way they can interrupt a Mosh Pit. On the other side, however, Nano Boost, Ring Frost, Mosh Pit. There's the Light Bomb coming out, looking for the Jaina, gets the stun, and Jaina getting taken out here. Misha gonna follow shortly thereafter, as Zeratul having to back away. And Hanamura Drift saying, okay, we'll let you have one. We also have Unleash the Boars from Rexar and the Void Prison. So we do have that full wombo potential with the Void Prism Ring and Mosh Pit. And I mean, technically, even the Unleash the Boars could set that up at level 20. Could be perfect because they get roots then. Before then, it's just slows, but you could do it. Yeah, okay. For a moment there, I was like, wait, is Jaina on the other team? Did I just like screw all of that up? Wouldn't be the first time. Alan Hicks getting pretty low here, taking some damage from the Zeratul and the Siege Camp, but there's no minions here, so Zeratul can't just dive too heavily. But certainly with some friends he could. ETC's gonna be looking. They're all popping that that Wind Fury to get the movement speed. Is gonna be able to get away, but now that they've got a minion wave here along with the Siege Camp, this fort is a goner. And here comes tribute number 4, potentially curse point here for Hanamura Drift. Rotations coming in. We got the root onto the ETC. He's going to power slide over the Thrall. Thrall getting the Light Bomb is going to get a big stun out of it. Misha goes down as well. Zeratul's going to get the Void Prison. So here comes the ring looking for absolutely nobody. ETC's going to power slide over Li Ming. She's going to dodge the Mosh Pit there. I don't even know that she needed to use that Wave of Force. Nobody was in it. I think that was potentially big damage out onto ETC. Potentially even a kill with her damage abilities. Zeratul's down. We don't have any heroics on the side of Hanamura Drift. Again, I was gonna say, I think we could have just done right here, like leave one person for the lane and get onto this boss as we see Rexar doing. I mean, Hanamura Drift doing what I think they need to do. They've got plenty of time. We're going to see the rotation up here. Makrata taking some damage from the minions on the way, so it's going to get dismounted. ETC is going to provide some zoning potential here. What's the health of this boss? So it's about 20%. There is the fly looking for the gust. A little bit late. Going to get stunned. Here comes the Johanna Iron Skin. There we go. The Unstoppable anyways. Duck Rogers stuck against the wall. It's going to be Zeratul falling next. The boss is going to go over to the blue team. Lubu getting it. They have level 13. They're getting some resets here for the Li Ming. Looking for the kill onto Jaina. They get that one as well. So 4 kills. All right. Maybe a little bit earlier. Probably not even that much earlier. I think that was close. The Falstad, I don't know if they had any ults to deal with any of that, so I don't know if like they could have just VP'd the Falstad off to the side. But now this is a problem. Lubu's gonna get this channel, and there's still a pretty healthy boss here. Yeah, the timing on VP. Actually, it's not the VP it's turning off the VP, right? So you have to have that communication to say, okay, I'm casting ring comes out, and then you turn it off. So living Light Bomb rather is going to go out, but it doesn't actually connect as they're able to take Anduin out before that takes place. Boss completing that first fort of the game here now for Lubu, but it's going to get taken out otherwise. We do have a pretty still heavy engagement here from Lubu with the other 4 of their heroes. I think that they could have done more, you know, leave that boss, push out the mid and bot lane and gotten both of those forts along with a big burst of XP, because they end up losing a lot of that XP. Falstad should be on the bot lane for sure, in my somewhat humble opinion. ETC's looking for that mosh. We do have a gust, we do have a sundering, so oh man, there you go, there's the Void Prison. But I don't think there's any mosh potential for them right there. But with no gust, that certainly opens up the potential here. But it's so tough, right? You got 5 heroes with interrupts.
And so the curse ends.
But with that fight taking as long as it did, mid fort went down, and by the way, also bot fort. I said somewhat. Somewhat. Why you gotta bust my chops? Lulu over here with my alpha emotes. Alpha's the best dog. Change my mind, as they say. So still a pretty significant amount of XP in the lanes here. And the lanes are so very pushed up against Hanamura Drift here. My dog is best dog, sorry. Johanna may be looking for the ETC as Jaina is in the bot lane here. We've got not quite basically an even team fight, so I was gonna say not quite an advantage, but you absolutely can have a best. I'm here to tell you, it can work that way. All right, so we're seeing the reverse of what we saw earlier. We'll see if the teams elect to push off of the boss here. The knockback pushing out the Mosh here. Thrall is going to get taken out. Zeratul so very low. Has to pull back. I think Nano Boost went out onto somebody. I heard it, but I couldn't see which character had it. So maybe it was actually Zeratul there. Jaina's going to go ahead and hard. Zeratul's going to rotate down. Gather the XP. They want to get level 16s here. Especially for the Zeratul, right? He wants that cleave reset, and then at level 20, that presumably that mending, where he can get the spell power equals healing. Exactly, right? Like, it's not like I don't love my dogs, but there's definitely a clear favorite in who is the best dog. Now, does that mean that they're necessarily my favorite? No, but in the race of being the best dog, yes. See? Okay. Cool. There we go. Level 16's up for both teams here, so this is where it's. Oh my goodness, ETC's like all kinds of separated from the team. This is now a whole lot harder for them to engage here, unless Zeratul can find some just absolutely crazy monstrous VP, and I don't know that that's feasible with as far spread as they are. ETC's going to come around the back here, going to look for that power slide. It gets the interrupt onto Thrall, but Duck Rogers trying to dodge over the wall, can't quite get it. The Mighty Gust shoving the entire team back, including that nano boost to Jaina. The Leap of Faith keeping Falstad alive here. There's the VP looking for the Thrall. They get it. The ring coming out, connecting on a Johanna this time, but the Light Bomb going to connect onto 4. Big shield for the Johanna. They're going to get the kill onto Misha. They're going to get the kill onto Ana. Li Ming's looking for more, but she's not going to get it. Jaina, however, going to fall to the Johanna, and Johanna's looking for this ETC. The spinning hammers did pull the boss there for a moment, so it was actually, there was a possibility the boss could have just walked over and smacked the ETC, but not quite. Johanna is in a little bit of a questionable place, I would say, especially knowing that Zeratul has cleave hanging out with the Anduin. I feel like that is a lose-lose situation. But they're also trying to defend against a curse point, so really difficult here. There goes the boars. I don't think it actually hit anybody, surprisingly. Gonna get the stall from Johanna, so continuing that. All the while, we have a siege camp in the bot lane getting closer and closer to that fort. The Mighty Gust this time used for the stall. Johanna getting stunned out. There goes the Sundering here. And Mosh Pit got interrupted. Short cooldown. Danelor gonna fall on the Rexar. Now can Shives get away on Zeratul? Not if Li Ming has anything to say about it, and she does. The parting shot from Brickhouse with that Frostbolt saying, I'm gonna stall that out. And here we go, looking for another boss to go into the top lane as Lubu here. We see the pings being called. Everybody's here. Still 25 seconds until Rexar, 30 seconds until Zeratul. Not a lot that Hanamura Drift can do in this circumstance. Like, even, honestly, even poking it at this point exposes you to a certain amount of risk. And you don't have your your full squad behind you to provide that burst potential you need. 11 kills to 11 kills. Crazy. All right, boss coming into the top keep here. All the while we had this siege camp, it took out the bottom keep. Woo! Yay! You love to see it. Siege camp's just getting so much value here. Let's zoom out a little so we can see where these teams are. And it looks like Lubu recognizes, guys, our core. It's gonna die if we don't get back. It's only the 2 catapults at the moment, now 1. And certainly another one here in the back, but somebody's got to deal with that. All right, curse point coming back up again for Hanamura Drift. Both teams now have a path to victory. Top lane very low. And Lubu could make that happen. Hanamura Drift has the bot lane. Here comes the mosh pit onto 3. The light bomb is going to come out, but so is the sundering. A little bit of a shield there for Johanna. There's the VP as well. Spinning hammers going all over the place. Looking for the Ring of Frost. Hits 2. Johanna is going to be the first one to fall. The nano boost onto Jaina, helping to secure that. But it's actually Anna who gets the kill onto Johanna. Maybe from some Night Terrors? I don't know. That's a 10%. We see Li Ming trying to poke from over the wall, but it's Anduin who's going to get taken out here. They're looking for more. And is this curse point? It looks like they should be able to get it. Li Ming, yeah. So that thing I mentioned earlier about poking, yeah, not so safe. You feel like you're safe. You have a moment until they spin around and get you. And with just a Falstad and a Thrall, I don't know. I mean, they don't have minion waves coming into the other 2 lanes. Well, never mind. It's not an I don't know. It's definitely, this is game. Yeah, Joe will be up in 10 seconds, but that's not going to be enough. I was going to say that, like, they don't have minion waves to come add additional pressure in the mid and top because the structures are still up. But they don't need it, as game number 1 going to go over here to calculated throw Hanamura Drift. A moment of pause. All right, which side? They're on the red side on this. Okay. Take a look at these stats here for a moment. Very even in kills. That game was rather back and forth throughout most of it. And I feel like ultimately, I feel like Lubu lost that. Like, of course they lost it, but I feel like they left their bottom lane exposed so much through that game that had they not done that, had they retreated a couple of times and, you know, maybe they don't get as much macro pressure, but they also don't have as much going into their backyard. So I think that could have made 90% of the difference here. Let's see. So we're going to have the next map going to Volskaya Foundry. And this was the map selection of Hanamura Drift. Okay. So give me just a second. We're gonna get all the heroes set up so we have those nice little pop-up overlays, just in case, you know, people don't want to listen to me. Maybe you're watching from a phone or something. All right. So I'm interested to know, and does anybody know why sometimes on the replay casts, or on the replay files themselves, like it'll show the 5 heroes of the team and then the 5 heroes of the other team. Oh, and I guess it actually tells you who wins too, based on the coloring. But and then other times, like this one here, it actually splits the team. Like it goes 1-1 and then 2 and then 4 and then 2. Like why? Why would it do that? Anybody have any justified reason for why it breaks it down like that? Nobody? Nothing yet? Alright, everybody's set up. Let's get the game launched. So game number 2, again on Volskaya Foundry. Our bans here, the first pick was Lubu. They banned out the Garrosh, the Zeratul, and the Ana. And Hanamura Drift banned out the Johanna, Kael'thas, and Leoric. Yeah, I mean, sometimes people are like, oh, it's because X, Y, and Z, because they just happen to figure it out at some point. But I haven't figured that one out. I don't understand why it does it yet. Alrighty, anyways, game number 2, Volskaya Foundry. We've got... Make sure that the teams are on the right side. They are. Alright, so to the right here, it's going to be Calculated Throw, Hanamura Drift. It's going to be Night Knight playing the Tyrande, Genzors on the ETC, Danalor on Deathwing the Destroyer, Brickhouse playing the Li-Ming, and Shives on Falstad. Over here to the left, we've got Lubu, VDZ playing the Jaina, Alan Hicks on the Sonya, Makrota on the Nubarak, Suikoden on the Oriole, and Duck Rogers playing the Greymane. Alright, so taking a look at talents here. So we do have the Dragon Soul here for the Deathwing. So we've seen a couple of different picks here in the level 1s for Deathwing. We've seen Dragon Soul, we've seen Draconic Might. I don't think we've seen the other one. The one where he just heals if he's above, if he's got at least 3 armor plates. I tried that out once. I didn't really like it. Falstad's going to get the double stun here from the Anubarak, but has the Elun's chosen to keep him nice and healthy. As Sonya going to make her way down into the bot lane. And it's going to be Sonya versus Deathwing. Now, Sonya going into this slam build. Oh, my. Well, so Jaina going down as the Hanamura Drift claiming first blood onto that Jaina here. So anyways, going into the slam build, may see here later the percent damage coming out from Sonya as well to help bring down that pretty massive health pool that Deathwing has. Let's actually compare. What is Deathwing's health pool? 3159 compared to Sonya at 2651. So pretty significant difference. The wave clear potential here, I feel like goes over a little bit to Lubu as well. But ETC is going to get that stun out. They're not quite going to be able to get that kill. Although Deathwing does rotate up here, has the Sonya behind him, and is going to make use of that. What's that ability called? Draconic Lunge or something? Oh, wrong side. 8. It is Onslaught. Right. Both teams now picking up their turret camps, so we may see at some point one of the teams decide to look up here at the support camp as level 4 is picked up for both teams. So what kind of stuns and stuff do we have for ETC? So Detainment Strike could work, Anubarak can work, and in theory Sonya's Spear, although I think that unless you take the extra range, it might be a little bit hard to do. So there are a few ways to stall out the mosh pit, but certainly not nearly as many as we saw from the last game. Now does that... Let's see. After hitting an enemy hero. Okay. So that Incinerate, like the range on that is a little bit farther than it seems like when he first does the ability. Because it didn't look like Sonya got hit by that, but he definitely had the AoE, the flame shield, if you will. Alright, here we go. We got Falstad up in the top versus Greymane and Oriole. Gonna try to clean up that siege camp here before coming down. Maybe even with Wingman can zip over there, get their own siege camp to put that out onto the map and give them a little bit of an advantage here. ETC is going to be all by himself here in the back as Elun's Chosen coming out. Greymane trying to finish the kill, but the Anubarak Impale will keep ETC from disengaging, and that's going to force now Hanamura Drift to pull back. And we're going to see them going for that siege camp that I just mentioned. Falstad is going to get that cleared up, gather all that soak, and start working them a little bit closer to level 7s as the XP slightly in favor of Lubu, sitting at level 7s now. And they will equalize out the percentage on this mid control point A. And I like the impale here. It makes it so that you can kick people off their mounts. It gives a zoning tool a little bit here. Makes it a little bit harder for them to just get in on these points. Speaking of coming in on the point, here comes a Cataclysm. Gonna burn the ground. Gonna drop that turret as well. So Greymaine's taking all of that. Suikoden trying to pull back. Has a nearly full hope bar. And it looks like the percentage gonna flip over. 96% picked up by Lubu. But it's going to get started going toward the Hanamura Drift here as Duck Rogers going to get hit by that Lunar Flare. Going to go down maybe? 9 hit points makes it out. But not so lucky is the Anubarak. And they pulled off the point here, but they are able to get the channel back and started. So Hanamura Drift going to get just over that halfway mark now as they make the rotation in. Looking to see if they can't invade this fortification camp. Now Falstad using those bribe stacks. Gets the XP. Who got the turret? Oriel got the turret? Yeah, so Oriel was able to sneak in and grab that turret. The percentage stalled out once again, but they did get the kill onto Sonya, so... okay. Double the XP, none of the equipment. Seems reasonable. Anubarak tried to burrow charge in there to get onto the point before the Protector coming out, but not quite able to do so. So the first Protector of the game is going to go over to Calculated Throw Hanamura Drift. And they don't have anybody in the opposite lane, so they're not really focusing on getting the additional XP to get closer to the level 10s. They do bait out the turret, however, in the mid lane, and that's going to give the Protector the opportunity to move up here. Falstad's going to clear out the lane along with Li Ming so that they can try to have some minions to take some of these shots. The Protector is getting very low here, so I don't know that they're gonna be able, they're not gonna be able to get the healing well. Very close though. They did get some damage onto it. It's only got about 5, maybe 10% of its health there. And they did get the tower. The other tower's sitting at half health here, so they can push in on this. Take that eventually with a little bit of risk, but not tons of risk. But it's still greater than 0 risk, so I don't know that they necessarily want to do it, especially with level 10s coming up here in just a few moments. So Hammerang getting that big boom out of that level 7. Does a lot of damage. Speaking of level 10s, there they are. Cursed Bullet. We got the Water Elemental, the Resurrect, Wrath of the Berserker, and the Cocoon. Now keep in mind, Cocoon will not work on the Deathwing, but it'll sure work on an ETC. That said, we also do have the Li Ming, so Li Ming probably looking to disintegrate that, is my guess. We hear the Cursed Bullet. Doesn't quite land onto the Deathwing, though. And there's the Disintegrate. They do have the Cocoon onto the ETC. ETC's looking here. Get the Mighty Gust. Have a big mosh pit. 2, 3 kills now, and we could be seeing 4. That Gust set up the play absolutely perfectly. Give Shives a pay increase. And that's going to give them now the well, and probably a little bit more. They've got a full minion wave here, and another one coming behind it, so this should secure top fort for sure. And we'll see the control point in probably about 30 seconds to a minute, I would think. Probably around the 8 to 8:20 mark. Level 10s here. So for Hanamura Drift, we've got the Starfall, the Mighty Gust we saw, Burn Beneath My Shadow. Gonna be the selection here for Deathwing. Upgrading his Cataclysm and also giving him resets. So additional damage on the burn, but also the resets here, so anytime a fort goes down, he can pop that off again. Of course, the Disintegrate we saw worked really well to get ETC out of that Cocoon, and then the Mosh Pit follow-up after that Mighty Gust. Up in the top lane, Siege Camp has pushed just past the halfway mark, but it's ultimately got a catapult on the other side, so I don't think it would get very far ultimately. 4 stacks here for repeated offense on the Oriel. Looking for 2 more to get that additional burst of damage. Is there anything else that comes with that? I know there's the passive of knocking them farther, but Nope, just the additional damage. I mean, but 250 damage is pretty significant. It's not going to work onto the Deathwing. Did anybody see where that cursed bullet went? It didn't hit Deathwing. I didn't even see it go in the direction of Deathwing. Am I just crazy? Like, did anybody else? I don't know. I'm probably just crazy. It probably went right at Deathwing and just missed him. Here comes the Cataclysm. Janelor looking for that Incinerate. Trying to get it onto VDZ. Looking for that Onslaught Bite to slow down. Not quite able to get it onto the Jaina. Here comes Falstad as well, though. Now they're looking for the Sonya. The Hammerang gonna get the kill. Water Elemental just chilling out over here. Haha, chilling out. Get it? Okay. Level 13 talents here for Hanamura Drift as well. Just the one death as Sonya now back on the map thanks to the Resurrect. And we see it's going to be Tyrande holding on to the point, so 45% currently. We've got this Biotic Emitter Camp is available. The Siege Camp being picked up currently by the Falstad and Li Ming. And Genzor is just walking away. Says, you know what, that Impale? Not feeling it. Not my style. Not today. Full teleport build out of Li Ming, so has that Illusionist. Going to give her more teleports more often. But this time the Cursed Bullet does land, and Deathwing looking like it's going to be just a... Wait. No. Toast. Mosh Pit going to hit onto Sonya, so even with that Wrath of the Berserker, that's going to be gone. Cocoon going out, but it's disintegrated, and that's going to give here now at least the pressure in for Hanamura Drift to grab that support camp. Just love Deathwing's little bird chirp auto attack. Oh man. Rotation coming up. Sonya is back on the board. No level 16s yet for either team. Still a little ways from that. But they got to get up onto this point. And Deathwing's going to make it back before Sonya, I think. If he went... Yeah, there go the Skyfall, dropping the meteors. Is going to have the Cursed Bullet onto ETC. The Biotic Emitter coming out, though. Here comes the Cataclysm right across the full team. Oh, this is not looking good for Lubu as they lose Sonya. Make it a double as a Nubarak's going to fall as well. Greymane following there. Oriole in danger. And... anytime now. There goes the Jaina. A full wait. Is it a 6 kill? It looks like a 6 kill. Oh, does she make it? No way she makes it out. Where's the fire breath? Daedalor! Hit your Q! Oh, man. I wanted to see that 6 kill. Oh, no! Oh, no! I missed it! Oh, Tyrande with the snipe. Oh, man, I didn't believe. I'm so sorry. Oh, I mean, it had to be. Tyrande was nowhere near there. That was definitely an owl kill. Oh, man, that was glorious. All right, well... See, and this is why I need to get Streamlabs OBS set up. Maybe I'll try to look at that this week and see if I can get it set up. Maybe sometime next week I can start doing some of these fun things. Here comes the Cataclysm deep into the team. Got a big Incinerate. However, Deathwing is in all kinds of danger. Face checks that Cursed Bullet, and that's going to be a dead Deathwing. Jaina trading out her life, but she's right back into this. Sonya, however, not so lucky. And Oriole having to pull back does knock back the Falstad. ETC gonna get the Mosh Pit. Is there any kind of interrupt? There's not. So Nubarak gonna be the first to fall, make it Jaina, and also Greymane got popped off in there as well. So 3 kills from that in trade for Deathwing. They also got the fort, so that reset his Cataclysm. Aimbot, yeah. Wow. I have to rewatch the stream. Well, I didn't get it on the stream, Sylv. That's what I'm saying. You can rewatch the replay though. All right, 16 to 18 here, and this game so far has been pretty heavily in favor of Hanamura Drift. They've been able to get 20 kills to 4. They've gotten a bunch of multi-kills, and the Resurrect has really been working in some ways in their favor to get that extra kill and the extra XP out of it. Excuse me, they're sitting up three full levels almost, 2.5, but 3 on the counter. It looks like the support camp might be our next big fight here. Deathwing's in the air, is going to fall down behind, doesn't want to land in the group because there's a, you know, that cursed bullet. ETC is going to get put into the cocoon. The Disintegrate's going to take care of that though. So maybe we're not going to see this fight. I mean, Lubu's got to make something happen. Level 20s are coming in the next minute or so. Bottom control point's going to come up here as well. ETC gets the power slide. Here comes the Cataclysm. Separating the team here as Jaina up in the top there is going to get chased down by Falstad. I think she's going to go down. I have to zoom this out even more. Alan Hicks trying to spin to win, but ultimately falls. Oriel now in the thick of things, and it's going to be Oriel and Anubrak falling next here. Duck Rogers on the Greymane probably going to fall. Does, in fact. The Falstad fly just a little bit late to get the value out of the mighty gust that was used there, and we're gonna see the rotation in onto the keep. Jaina over here now. Jaina making use of that Hearthstone, so the person who I thought was gonna fall first ends up not falling at all. Gust for extra strength, right? Yeah, you had to clean out the stench of death that was left over there. Now they're on their way to the core with the level 20s. I'll leave those level 20s up. With the level 20s, and the heroes are coming back up here now, so should see some defense potential. We've got that pure power, the Archon here from Li Ming, just burning down the core. Alan Hicks going in looking for the Falstad, the Cocoon going on to Falstad now. Here comes the reverse Cataclysm. Big mosh pit onto 2. Is there anything left in the tank? There's not. No more kills out of this game. It's going to be 24 to 4. So still a very dominant game out of CT Hanamura Drift. Game number 2. They do take the full 2-0 domination over Lubu. You don't get to see this very often, right? It's a little bit of a win harder talent, but you know what? When you're at the core and most of the team's dead, that's a huge value play. You can just sit there and burn away all the shielding and all the health. All right, so 2-0 victory there. Hanamura Drift over Lubu. And so that's going to wrap us up for our second replay today. It's before 4 o'clock. I've got some time. I think we may do another one. I think we will do another one. All right. Let me go make sure that it hasn't been claimed. Let me just be sure about that. Let's see, that would have been a few days ago. Hey, it's Kime. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your stream yesterday. Let's see, where is it? There it is. It has not been claimed, so let me go ahead and claim that real quick here. All right, got that all set up. I haven't seen it since you're live. Now might as well watch live. Fair enough, fair enough. All right, well, give me about 5 minutes. I'm gonna set up for our next best of 3 match. And you know what? I'm gonna leave it as a surprise. You're just gonna, some of you will know because you've been here long enough, but it is gonna be the one that I mentioned earlier. But give me just a couple minutes and we'll be right back.